It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Saints and the Packers. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting, it's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the new-look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his 4th NFL season, Jordan Love.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
Okay, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 4. Again, it's Dillon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And you look at the Saints defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Here's 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety?
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. Following the interception, Love. They'll complete this one to Watson. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Love with a give to Dillon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Throwing. Love. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Packers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 13 yards, first down Packers. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue. That one to Reed, and it is caught on the dive. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Love from the gun. They'll check this down, complete to Dillon. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. And you look at this Saints defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say, you're not going to cross that.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Running the toss here to Dillon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. Now Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Kamara up the middle. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Juwan Johnson, 36 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. 5 plays there on that drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. This is Dillon on the counter. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play fake. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now throw there by Law, pulled in by Reed. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They'll run on first down. Goodson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Love now. Quick slant to Watson. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. To throw now. Here's Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Going back to Love. Touchdown, Packers! Hunter Henry from 10 yards out. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Packers 14, Saints 7.
On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. Carr now to throw as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Throwing on first down is Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Carr again. That's to the sideline and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The kick by Watts is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon. We saw the BC man, A.J. Dillon, put together a solid first half out of the backfield. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Carr going to throw. Slant pass complete to Olave. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Here's Love. A bullet throw, but incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. From the gun, it's Carr. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
On 1st down, Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 2. Now Carr. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He gets it left side of Johnson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Carr. Again, it's Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now Carr. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, probably this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken a fourth quarter lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Dillon up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Catch made by Watson on the out route. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the 35, here's second down and 3. In motion left goes Watson. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. So third down and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson. They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. First down, going to the air with Love. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
A 58-yard attempt.
And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run again. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the